Hey guys, this is a quick guide to the Huntsman Altimor fight on normal and heroic difficulty. The boss is a 3-phase encounter and you deal with the boss himself throughout the entire fight and 3 of his hounds, 1 in each phase. The boss and the hounds will have 2 abilities each that you have to deal with. Now the good news is that all the damage you do to the hounds will be applied to the boss as well, so it's a good idea to stack them on top of each other so melee can cleave them down. But anyways, let's check out the first phase. The first phase starts off with the boss and his hound Margore. The first ability the boss will use is called Spread Shot. You basically just want to spread around the boss to avoid the entire raid getting hit by it. The next ability the boss will use is Sin Seeker. This will target 3 random players with an arrow above their head. Make sure no one stands in between the boss and the marked players to avoid getting hit by it. Now, if somebody else gets hit by it, they will receive a 30-second debuff as well. You can immune this debuff by using abilities such as Aspect of the Turtle, Blessing of Protection and so on. But yeah, these were the 2 abilities the boss will use for the entire fight. So let's move on and check out his 3 hounds. Margore is the first hound. His first ability is called Jagged Claws and this is your typical tank swap mechanic. Just make sure to tank swap at around 2 to 3 stacks. Occasionally, he will also mark random players with a spell called Vicious Lung. After 6 seconds, he will leap on top of that player dealing damage to everyone standing inside of the circle. So you want to have a couple of players soaking it, since the damage he does is split between everyone standing inside of the circle. On heroic difficulty, this will apply a 6-second debuff as well, so you don't want the entire raid soaking it. Now after Margore dies, you'll be fighting his next hound called Bargast. Now every now and then Bargast will cast Rip Soul on the tank, and this will spawn a friendly ad that the healers gotta heal. So you want your tank to move Bargast away from the boss, then use a damage reduction ability before the ad spawns because it will spawn with the same percentage of health as the tank, and then have your healers heal it to full to make it disappear. Now if the soul reaches the boss, it's most likely gonna be a wipe, because the boss will get Devour's Soul dealing 200% more damage. So yeah, whatever you do, just make sure it doesn't reach the boss. The second ability is called Shades of Bargast. This will spawn 2 shades with a huge amount of health. That will also chaincast an ability called Deadly Roll, which deals a huge amount of damage. Now the only way to deal with this is by CCing the ads, because while they are CC'd they will get a debuff called Destabilize every 2 seconds, and this will increase the damage they take by 100% for each stack. So you want to keep them CC'd until 50 to 70% energy before breaking the CC and killing them. But anyways, let's move on to the last hound. The last hound of this fight is Hecutis. Each melee attack the hound does to the tank will increase his physical damage by 25%. Now the only way to remove the stacks is by moving the hound, but just keep in mind that every time you move him, he will do raid-wide damage to everyone, so make sure to use some healing CDs if needed. You typically want to move the hound at 5 to 10 stacks in a circle around the boss to maximize the cleave damage. The next ability is called Petrifying Howl. This will put down a brown circle on a few random players. The players with the circles gotta move away from the group before it expires, because when it expires it will leave a permanent stone shard on the ground. If you step into the stone shard it will deal damage to you and reduce your movement speed as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this fight. I hope you enjoyed this quick guide, and if you did, make sure to give it a like because it truly does help out. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next video as well. Take care.